Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Wednesday! It's Wednesday! It's Wednesday! It's literally Self-Care Wednesday, and I couldn't remember that. Anyways, I was mesmerized by all my curls. Sorry. It's the little things. I'm telling you, the little things are the best things. So anyways, it is Self-Care Wednesday. I'm just going to jump right in, all right? But because there's not a lot to say, but there's a lot to say. See, not a lot, but a lot. Those are my notes. So this is 3 tips to manage your mental health this season. Now, when I say mental health, I mean, you don't have to have it. Like, for those of us who have a dinged up mental health, this is stuff to remember year round. For those of you who don't have, dinged up mental health, or maybe you aren't diagnosed, whatever, we're not going to get into that. This is kind of like just taking care of yourself during this frantic holiday season, okay? Because even though the holidays are fun, there's Christmas music, there's Christmas lights, it's for us over here, Thanksgiving was just happened last week, so it's kind of like the beginning, Halloween, all that. When Halloween, like when October comes around, that's when we know the next 3 months are just going to be go, right? Because Halloween time, it's parties and costumes and it's dress and what am I going to do, what am I going to wear, what am I going to look like, blah, blah, blah. Then with Thanksgiving, it's like, big family gatherings. I hope there's no drama. Maybe there is drama. I don't know. And then Christmas comes along and everyone's like, oh my God, how am I going to buy presents for everybody? I don't think I can buy presents for everybody. Maybe I can buy presents for everybody, and if you can, you're like, oh my God, are they going to like it? So there's so much stress, right? And then there's the mall. I do not like the mall. Never really been a fan of the mall. I know I hang out there with my friend, but it's kind of a good place to go because we meet at the food court. Then we go to Starbucks, but not my favorite place to be, especially at the holidays, because people tend to ramp up their rude during the holidays. They tend to ramp up their rude in the parking lots, in the shops. People, you're going to find a parking spot. You're going to get to the front of the line eventually. If you're eyeballing something and you're not sure if you want it or not, take it with you, okay? But put it back if it's not something you want, because then you don't have to worry about fighting with someone over it later. Like, I was looking at that earlier. Doesn't mean you have dibs. Good morning, baby sibling. So just because you're looking at it doesn't mean you have dibs. So hold on to it, keep it in your hands. So today's show is primarily going to be about how to take care of your brain, your soul, your heart, your entire energy field, and your being during this holiday season. All right. So again, good morning, Eileen. It doesn't mean that you have a dinged up mental health. When people talk about mental health, they're talking about your health, your mental health in general, whether you have depression or not. Okay? It doesn't matter. Don't hear mental health and go, I'm not crazy. Well, neither is a person who has mental health issues. They're just they're just not in the place they need to be. They're imbalanced. All right? So don't judge people. So, but yeah, this is just basically how to take care of yourself during this holiday season. Remember, if you're in a rush, don't do it that day, because you're just going to stress yourself out. If, let's see, just know when you get to the mall, your favorite parking spot may not be there. You may have to park in BFE somewhere, all right? Because you are choosing to go to the mall. You can also choose to do, like pre-order stuff, right? And then you can do pickup, or you can do the curbside pickup. There's all kinds of things that you could do now. All right. And remember, that might take a little longer because you're not the only person on this planet. Number 2, if you're at the mall, you're waiting in line. All right. Oh my God, this line is so long. I hate that. Don't complain. It's the holidays. Everybody's at the mall. Okay. It's not one of those things where you can just walk right up to the counter and poof, you're served. And who knows, if you gratitude it, maybe you can. You might be walking and going, I'm so happy and grateful I can find an open register. And you might be walking and someone just happens to be back from lunch and they're all, hey, I'll take you right here. Meanwhile, that entire line behind you, that's like 1,000 people long, are like looking at you like, what? How did that happen? Because they're all complaining and you're not. So show some gratitude. Okay. Number 3. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm not going to lie. there's a high-speed chase happening right now. I know. You know, us Southern Californians, when there's a high-speed chase, everything stops. Everything legit stops. But there's only one right now. In fact, when it started, I was like, oh man, I got to do my show this morning. I almost canceled it, but I didn't. So anyways, that aside. So I want to get to the 3 tips. So I got this off of, believe it or not, I got this off of AARP. That's right. You heard me. So, I have no shame. I'm brand new to it, but I absolutely love it. So, and in fact, they had one today about adult toys for people 50 and over that are specially designed for men and women. And yes, you heard me say that. Just because you turn 50 doesn't mean your life is over. Your life is just beginning. That's right. So anyways, 3 tips to manage your mental health this season. You know what, Eileen, that's funny that you said that we are the state of high-speed chases, because believe it or not, there is a show on Investigation Discovery. I think it was Crime and Investigation. It's either CI or ID, and they have a high-speed chase channel. And I have to tell you, Sibling and I have watched about 10 episodes of there, and they're all in the Midwest and the East Coast. They had 2 from California. So we may think we're the state of high-speed chases, but turns out we're actually just probably the ones that drop everything for it. So, yeah, all these people think it's only in California. No, I know, we were surprised too. We thought, oh, it's going to be all about California, but no. It was, believe it or not, it was mostly like Ohio and Oklahoma. The O states. So anyways, I know, you got to look it up. It's just literally called high-speed chases. But, okay, so anyways, 3 tips to manage your mental health this season. And for those, and I added this note, for those of us with a dinged up mental health, this is year round. All right, this is tips for year round. So there's 3, but I added a 4th one, and you'll understand why. So number 1, take time to do what brings you joy. I know this season can be crazy. Okay, I know that everything feels like it's slower because there's more people everywhere. There's going to be more people at your Costco, your Sam's Club, your Targets, your Walmarts. There's going to be more people getting closer to the holiday, or even because, there's Hanukkah too, right? So there's Hanukkah that goes on. So this is just a busy month. Then at the end of the month, there's Kwanzaa. And, for those who celebrate Boxing Day, there's Boxing Day. So December has a tendency to be a very, very, very busy month for people. Okay. And so places are going to be a little more crowded. So when it says take time to do what brings you joy, don't forget that. Okay. You take time for yourself. If you like to meditate, figure out some time during the day to meditate, or make time to meditate. Instead of sitting in front of the TV, or maybe that's how you veg. Maybe that's how you meditate. You might zone out while doing that. But whatever you're doing, take time to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself. All right? This season isn't just about everybody else. It's about you as well. Number 2, give yourself grace and forgive yourself. Now, I know that Christmas time, Hanukkah time, the holiday time, whatever you celebrate, or if you celebrate at all, or however you celebrate, can feel stressful. Right? Because there's holidays, and then you feel like there's an obligation to buy gifts, and then there's this, that, or the other. Just, if you can't afford it, just be honest. Okay? Just be honest. Let people know, hey, but if you want to do something and you don't want to come empty-handed, make something. Learn, if you're a creative person, create things. If you're a baker, bake things. Because I tell you, the treats that you make are going to last a lot longer than some random thing that you give somebody that they're just going to throw in a junk drawer, more than likely. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, okay? But a lot of times we put so much emphasis on what we're giving that we forget what this whole season is actually about, whether you're religious or not. All right? For some people, Jesus is the reason for the season. For other people, it's Xmas. All right. But whatever the case is, it's a time to come together, to be together, and to, my cousins and I are like, we're just going to buy stuff for the kids. And there's 4 of them left, everybody under 18. So, because we all have stuff, we don't need any more stuff. It becomes stuff. I mean, for me, I love the little things. Throughout the year, people go on vacations, they bring me pens. I know, I'd like legitimately just, This one didn't even come from London, but my friend saw it in a store she was in and said, oh, she saw Ate, this reminded me of you, so I bought it for you. So see, this one I took from the place that sibling, I took a lot of these from the place sibling and I stay at in Colorado. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is a Goofy pen my father got me from Florida. Like legit from Florida. All right, because Walt Disney World, it's Goofy. Who doesn't love Goofy? But anyways, you see my point. Okay, it's the little things that matter, and that's what should be important. What's really important is coming together, to being together, and really just embracing this time. So give yourself some grace, and if you have to forgive yourself for something, forgive yourself for whatever it is that you feel you need to forgive yourself for. All right. But be compassionate to yourself. Give some empathy to you. A lot of times we spend so much time giving grace and empathy in every direction, we forget to give it to ourselves. So do not forget you in the equation. So those are the first two things. The first two things are really about taking care of you. Okay, now the third thing is also taking care of you, but it comes from a different direction. Be forgiving with one another. Be forgiving with one another. Now, in this holiday season, sometimes attitudes can get super ramped up, more so than the rest of the year. People are stressing out. Again, people stress out. People go to the mall, they get stressed out. People can't find a parking spot, they get stressed out, or they can't find a close parking spot, so they get stressed out. People don't like crowds, or maybe, like you're in a big group of crowds and maybe you have a very sensitive energy. There are a lot of people out there that I know, I'm going to say it though, are empaths, and they just gather people's energy. Just block it, okay? If you were an empath and you were an empath, or that you get drained when you go to large crowded areas, just take a deep breath, ask for protection, pray for protection, whatever it is that you do, put a bubble around yourself if you don't pray or set intentions. And when I say a bubble around yourself, just imagine this bubble around yourself, because what's happening is, if you don't believe in the metaphysical stuff of this, is that you're making yourself aware that there is energy out there that you do not want to pick up. So you're making yourself aware with that bubble. You're putting yourself in a bubble. So, hey, hi, so-and-so. Hey, hi, so-and-so. Or, oh, random stranger that's angry. You're not going to pick up their energy. But also, give them some gratitude. If you see someone that's angry or having a bad day, I'm so happy and grateful their evening gets better. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you know what? You've tried. So be forgiving with one another. It's going to be a tense season, right? Because it always is. And that's why we all have so much fun on Christmas Eve and Christmas, right? Because it's over. And it's just like, ooh, we can relax. So just don't stress yourself out. And number 4, breathe. Do not forget to breathe. All right? Breathing, just take a deep breath. Take 5 deep breaths if you need to, So, especially if you're at the mall or you're in a parking lot and people are being crazy, we even have those situations where someone is totally being oblivious, like a lot of drivers nowadays, and will just steal your parking spot. If you get mad, hey, I get it. I am one of those people who would just be like, I'd get out of my car and go, excuse me, I was waiting for that spot in case you didn't see my blinker blinking in that direction. And they'll probably mouth off because they're embarrassed or they're stupid, or I know, I'm sorry, my feelings come out. But just take a deep breath, because they're not worth it. Their bad energy is not worth it. And, karma eventually does catch up with people. So, just take your time, give yourself enough time to do things, okay? Give yourself enough time to be somewhere. Because like I said, this is the season and everything gets ramped up. And like I said, if you pray for a safe trip for yourself. If you don't pray, just ask gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful I get from point A to point B and back home safely without any hassles. That's what I put out there every time I get behind the wheel of the car. I'm so happy and grateful I get to and from without any hassles. And because this is a season of, kids getting sick and bringing everything home, and, just all the germs floating out there, and the amount of people, I always just say I'm so happy and grateful I returned home as healthy as I left. So gratitude is everything. And if you don't believe in gratitude, I'm sure you can find the NyQuil, and I'm sure you can find the ZQuil, and I'm sure you can find the, all the meds, all the, over the counter cold medicines. Knock on wood, I have not had a cold in 4 years. So, and knock on wood again, I never got COVID. So I'm grateful. And you can say it's not gratitude, you just have good genes. Well, maybe I'm gratituding good genes, but gratitude is more than just creating something. Baby sibling and I always say we have to, when we're in a bad mood, we have to gratitude our attitude, because it's how we look at things that changes the way we perceive things. If we're looking at it through, dark, angry, red eyes, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see dark, angry, and red. If you're angry, but you just take a moment to stop, and number 4, breathe, take a deep breath. This too shall pass. This is just a moment in time, and if you want a gratitude, I'm so happy and grateful that you're calming your energy down, and you're going to handle things much better than a lot of people. And in fact, because you did that and you didn't sit there and complain and whine and bitch and moan about something, that's when that cash register might open up and say, I can take you here. Okay, thank you. You're amazing. So, and be kind. All right. Be kind to the people at the malls. I mean, the people that work there. If one of them might be cranky, they may have just had a person who was so mean to them and so rude to them. But don't take your issues out on them. Don't tell them how to do their job. Don't tell them how things could be run easier. Okay, I had a friend who was working Black Friday. She's a manager of a store out in the South. And she's like, for people shopping, please don't tell us how to do our job. All right, first of all, it's an insult to them. And secondly, it's, in this case, it was Black Friday. I mean, what do you think? You're going to walk in and everything was going to be okay? No. Like I said, give yourself extra time. All right, so let's run back over these again. Take time to do what brings you joy. Do things for yourself, even if it's just a cup of coffee sitting there watching people go crazy in the mall. There's always a table somewhere. All right, and you can do that. You can sit there and watch, and you can see how crazy people look, and then think about, ooh, I do that sometimes. It's like, oh my God, I act like that sometimes. And then you can see what you look like when you're losing your shit. Number 2, give yourself some grace and forgive yourself. So, give yourself some grace and forgive yourself. If you lose your mind, it's okay. We're human. We're going to do that. I mean, I just admitted that I do that. All right. Not all the time, but sometimes people just know that right button to push. That's why we have to stop and take a deep breath. All right. But give yourself some grace, forgive yourself, move forward. Just let it go. Number 3, be forgiving with one another. Someone pisses you off, let it go. Let it go. In fact, sometimes, and this works, just say, you know what? I hope you have a good day. I hope your day gets better. And it might piss them off more, or it might make them think, oh crap, am I being a dick? So, but if you're going to say it fast and walk away. So, because you don't want them coming after you. Just say, but don't say it sarcastically either. Just say, you know what? I hope your day gets better, and I hope you have a better day. And maybe they're just like that, and maybe they're just like that because they don't have enough love and hugs in their life. In which case, you might be reminding them, hey, everything's going to be okay. Because we all know that even though we hate it when people say this too shall pass or everything's going to be all right, eventually it is. Right? I mean, there's obviously a time and place to say those things. But when it comes to the mall, when it comes to shopping, when it comes to being in crowded places, this is going to happen. Okay? So, and number 4, again, breathe. Take a deep breath. All right? I mean, even if you're holding on to that clothes rack going, maybe you'll inspire someone else to stop and take a deep breath before they lose their ever-loving minds. So, I know, I got to remember all this because Sibling and I are having lunch with a friend today, and it's not exactly at a mall, but it's at the Garden Walk near Disneyland, and, Disneyland's starting to ramp up, right, because it's the holiday season. And so I'm just like, oh my God. It's like, I don't want to go there today. Why do we have to go there? Why can't we find a normal mall? But no. So anyway, that's that. So those are your tips, guys. I know. I feel like part of that was a little judgy, but I wasn't. I wasn't trying to be. All right, if it was judgy, it's because it's what's happening in my head right now, and my head is dumb sometimes, and just kind of like, you know, what can I say? I have my moments. I'm human. I'm human, right? Sorry, I was looking to see where this high-speed chase was, because what's on my computer and what's on my TV are two very different things. So, anyways, you don't need to hear all that anymore, so I'm just going to close that. Sorry. But I was paying attention to you, just so you know. I was paying attention to you. So, yeah, those are your 4 things. All right, 3 tips from my AARP, and the 4th one is from, me. And I really do think that they are very important rules to stand by and to live by every single day. Not just during the holidays to make sure you don't lose your mind, or you don't become, a volcano in the middle of a store. But if we go into knowing that it's possible, and here's a trick with gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful that when I go to the mall, everything goes smoothly. Because even if you end up in a line, you're already setting yourself up for success, because you're sitting here saying, okay, no matter what happens, I'm going to be fine. Or you may be like that plow in the field, right? You're like Moses, the Moses of the mall. You're just going to separate everybody. Everyone's going to stand out of your way, and you're going to just fly in and fly out. Gratitude the parking space. And I mean a parking space, but if you really truly believe it, you might actually get a really good parking spot, but do it ahead of time, do it before you leave your house, and just let it go. And if it doesn't work out, just say, thanks a lot, Shelly Marie, but you know what? If you found a parking space, you may have gotten the last one in the parking lot. So there's always something to be grateful for. You can pray. Everyone's all like, well, I can't pray for that. Yeah, you can. God, okay, I don't know what God everybody else is praying to, but the one I'm familiar with says, hey, even if it's something small, I'm here for you. Okay, I am omnipresent, which means he can be with 5 billion people at one time. Although 5 billion people don't all believe in God. A lot of people have their own religious beliefs. So see, you just lowered the number. Just be kind. That should be rule number 5. Actually, that should be rule number 1. Be kind. Be kind. If someone's not kind to you, be kind to them anyway. And that's not just a rule that we should do in just this time. Excuse me. I think my Pop-Tart's talking to me. It's a rule we should live by, period, is to be kind. It's not that hard. It's very free. And it's very freeing. It doesn't take much. All right? It just takes you taking a deep breath, reminding yourself that this person may be having a bad day. I mean, how many times have you had a bad day and someone was either a jerk to you, which just set you off even more, or somebody was nice to you and said, you know what, I hope your day gets better. Because instead of seeing you as this angry person, they're seeing you as this person who's probably frustrated and maybe just needs a kind word. And that doesn't always mean you're going to be met with kindness. You may be met with more, whatever, but that person will think about it later. Okay? So just be kind. Be kind. All right? So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. And, it's funny. I kept saying be kind. I found my stamps today. My mom used to do this whole stamp thing, and she actually gave these to me. So I found them today, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I love my stamps. So anyways, yeah, so see, be kind. I love bees. I know it's weird. I love bees. That's a new thing in the last 10 years, but they are, I truly believe they're one of my spirit animals, because they're just amazing. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just talking to be talking now. So I'm out. See ya. But have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I may or may not be on tomorrow for, I don't know how to say this. So, because, well, you know me, I really have no filter. Mother Nature has come to visit, and day 2 is always my worst day. So I may be on tomorrow, I may not. It just depends, because when I say my worst day, I mean, I can barely think when it happens. It's like trying to put words together is crazy. Oh, see, baby sibling, your mom made the best cards with all of her stamps. She really did. And I'm telling you, this woman was creative. I mean, I still have my 40th birthday card sitting up there from my mom, and it was folded in such an intricate way that I didn't want to flatten it because I wanted to see where all the folds were. And it was amazing. It's like you open it, it was like a pop-up book. It was so awesome. But yeah, I have it hanging on my wall because well, one, I hung it up on my wall before my mother died, but I didn't want to take it down after she died because she got all of me down there. You know, thinker, sentimental, adventurous, caring, loving, true hockey fan. I'm a baseball and football fan too, but she knew that. So, and a couple of other things. So, you know, it's a good memory for me now. It doesn't hurt as much anymore. I mean, I'm sad because she's gone, obviously, but I'm doing my best to hold on to the good stuff now. All right. So again, have a great, great day, everybody. Again, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I don't want to say I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll just see. But, you know, thank you to Eileen and baby sibling for coming on the live. I hope everybody has a great, great day. And I should be back on Friday. All right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And if whatever day I come back, if not, I will definitely be back here on Monday. But whatever day it is, always at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All the lives are public under Shelly Marie, or you can catch the replay on YouTube. If you want a shorter version of this show because maybe you don't have time to listen to me ramble all day long, I do a very short 10-minute or less TikTok under the Aloha perspective. So again, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much, ladies, for popping on. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, both of you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And oh, my friend Diane was on. I don't know if she's still on, but have a great day, Diane, as well. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, take time to do what brings you joy. Be forgiving, be patient, and breathe. Have a great day.